Today, if you guys see me holding my mic a little funny,
Pause.
stand broke over here, but we're gonna get that fixed tomorrow. It just happened today, but anyway, yeah, man. Mike Tyson. Let's talk about Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. It appears that Evander Holyfield was on Mike Tyson's podcast, Smoke Boxing or Hot Boxing.
Hot Boxing.
Yeah,
man. If you were born in the '80s, raised in the '90s, you know who Mike Tyson is, and if you were a boxing fan, you damn sure know who Evander Real Deal Holyfield was. And is 1997. We remember that bout. We were looking forward to this for years on years, seeing Mike Tyson do his thing and then go to jail, and then watching Evander Holyfield grab a belt, do his thing. There's a lot of talk about this time, man. Yeah. Mills Lane, legendary ring referee in there, and look what we see. We see Mike Tyson bite Evander Holyfield in the middle of the goddamn ring on HBO. I forgot what the damn KO, something like that, pay-per-view. They talked about it years later, 20 some odd years later. Let's see what they had to say about it.
How's your life been since you've been champ and all that stuff? I thought, really, how's life been? Let's say 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and up to now, how's life been?
Life always been great because the whole big thing is mean discipline that I will forgive. Because that's all people ask me. How in the world you can forget somebody? I say, everything that ever happened, at some point in time, I did it. I said, now, Mike bit me. I said, now, I bit somebody too.
Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you.
It just went on TV. I bit somebody just went on TV. Did you really? Yeah. I bit a guy in the shoulder. He dropped me. And I didn't know when you had a concussion, you'll bite too. The guy dropped me, and I got ready to swing, and he grabbed me, and I bit him right on the shoulder, like this, and because as soon as that Mike bit me, and this guy
back then, you doing it for a trophy, we doing it for $50 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But the same thing, what the guy said? The guy called me and said, "Do you remember when you bit me?" I said, "I sure did, bitch." I said, "You should have grabbed me." I dipped him right there on the shoulder.
Did you take a chunk out?
No.
No, listen, that's been like, this is so interesting, right? How many people have paid me money to take pictures biting their ear? I recouped my $3 million I was penalized for.
Wow. Wow, Mike.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
Trip.
That's crazy. Why would you want me to take a picture biting your ear? That's just crazy.
That's crazy.
They pay you for it. $250.
I mean, it's gotta be
2,000 people.
It's gotta be one of the most iconic moments in fighting.
People take pictures. They want to bite your ear or anything.
Well, they asked. I said, "No, I don't." I said, "I don't remember for that." Yeah. I forgave him. I said, "Yeah, I forgave him." I love that.
I think we're making some ears. You might be in business with. We're gonna make some holy ears. Some
edibles.
Ears that got a bite taken out.
A little ear with a bite taken out of it.
Holy ears.
We got to take a mold of your ear, Evander. Well, I could do that. All right. Hell
Get involved with us, Evander.
Yeah, brother.
Be involved with us, brother.
All right, man. That was some funny stuff. We remember them too. It's good to hear them laughing and joking around, all punch drunk and shit.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
That's cool, man. That's one of those classic moments that you always want to, relive. And 20 years later, they finally get to talk about that. And it was automatically like he started telling the story about how he bit somebody, like automatically kind of just forgiving him, like ain't nothing, nigga. Like I bit somebody before too.
Right.
That's dope right there. And at the time though, I know that I was voting for Tyson. I don't know about you. You probably voting for Tyson at the time, and it hurt us to see that. But he was getting frustrated at the time, and Holyfield was giving him that work, and he bit the shit out of his ear.
It was one of them things where I was a Holyfield hater. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't appreciate that brother and the brilliance that he brought into the heavyweight circle until later on in life when I became a man in the file and shit like that. But as a kid, I could not stand him. He was rough, he was tough, but he wasn't Tyson. Tyson was the man, and when he lost to Buster Douglas, that crushed my world. Then he went to jail, that crushed my world. And then here comes this dude, Evander Holyfield. And even though when he fought Riddick Bowe, I was voting for Bowe. And then when Tyson came out and he beat up these fighters that he beat up, and it was the collision course, there was no way in the world I wasn't voting for Tyson. And then we look at the fight, and it was hard to admit at the time as kids, but we both were watching with our two eyes. Evander Holyfield whipped Tyson's ass. Up and down the ring, and Tyson couldn't do anything for him. It was looking like he was going to lose. He was mad as hell from the headbutt. Remember that headbutt that had his eye all tore up, and he bet him. We was like, whoa, he bet him. Evander Holyfield was always known for being dirty, so it giving back to him, I was just like, whoa.
Do you think what happened with Tyson, you know, kind of his decline was a result of a lot of people first being more intimidated by him and him kind of, you know, he lost one of his key trainers.
Customato.
Yeah. Do you think, you know, it was a combination of that and him not going as hard, not being as hungry? Or do you think that people were just more so scared and intimidated by him? That's why Holyfield and Buster Douglas was able to take him out, and other people too. But
I heard, I forgot Teddy Atlas, and we all, if anybody knows boxing and knows the history between Teddy Atlas and Mike Tyson, it goes back deep and there's a hatred there. But he said some real good things about Tyson. He said Tyson has never been in a real war. He's scared of a real war. He can intimidate you with his eyes. He can get you with his bark and intimidate you. But the second you're in there, and the second his dog is really questioned, he's the one that has his tail between his legs, and he's the one that gives up. And I'm paraphrasing, but he went hard.
There got to be some truth to it a little bit.
But see, and I don't know if it was Customato. I don't know if it was once he died and the management and just the lights and the money that got around him and just got him comfortable.
Yeah.
But he was a boxing genius. When you would watch him spar, when you would watch him hit the bag,
even now,
fast. He hit hard, fast, elusive. This dude was Roy Jones, Mayweather, and had a punch that would knock somebody clear out. He was something that we've never seen before. So it might have been something mental. It was definitely something mental in there that he was dealing with, and that affected him in the ring.
Right.
I don't know if it was Buster Douglas putting him to sleep in Japan, even though he was high on cocaine and all kind of stuff. We later realized, or it was Don King, or it was Cuss. Who knows, man? But I think that was a career that definitely didn't see its peak. I think that ended a little premature. We would have loved to see more out of him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, at one point you thought he was going to be, you know, pretty much unstoppable. At one point, you thought he was going to be, nobody was going to beat him. He's going to knock everybody out. So it might be a little bit of truth to what Teddy Atlas said. At least it was some truth in some of the fights that he lost, because Holyfield challenged him. Buster Douglas challenged him.
Lennox Lewis beat his ass.
Yeah, a few people, you know, stepped up and met fire with fire. Because I remember if you look at some of his old videos and stuff, I was watching something. I don't know how I caught it, but it was a nice video. And he was just talking about how he would just stare at them and not take his eyes off of them. And there's people would be so intimidated by the time they got in the ring, like Bruce Seldon, take fucking dives and shit.
I heard he took a dive. Word on the street is he went and got some money for that one.
Man.
And the fight for him and Holyfield was $50 million.
Really?
He said that in the joint. $50 million.
Each?
Probably. He gave that up, biting homeboy in the ear, and had to pay up $3 million. But didn't talk about that. Like, even in biting him in the ear, they got more popular. They got more attention around him. I didn't think Mike Tyson could get even more popular, but he did after that. It was crazy.
Yeah, definitely. But shout out to Mike Tyson, man. Excellent podcast over. He makes me laugh every time he talks, though. I couldn't hold it in.
He hides a motherfucker over there too, and knock your head smooth off, talking like that. It's funny as hell, man.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's a character.
Yes, definitely. But a shout out to those guys over there on that podcast. This is your brother, Old God and SamAnt, on the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. We're going in today. You're listening to episode 262. I want to talk about Wendy Williams and Nicki Minaj, SamAnt, before we get to our topic of the day. Wendy Williams and Nicki Minaj have been going back and forth for a while, but more recently, the last couple of weeks, they've been throwing little shots at each other and whatnot. All started from a statement that Wendy Williams said, dissing Nicki Minaj on her selection of her husband, calling him. Y'all know about his history and whatnot. Well, Wendy took more shots during her broadcast, and I'll play the clip here.
Like, there's this soon-to-be washed-up rapper. There's this soon-to-be washed-up rapper who can't keep my name out of its mouth. And I love it. I sit here like, okay, keep going. Some more.
So we got that right there. You know, this little clip from Wendy Williams. That was pretty much the gist of what she said. That got everybody going. You know, SamAnt, is she telling the truth? Is Nicki Minaj a washed up rapper?
No, Nicki Minaj isn't washed up. But Nicki Minaj has to evolve, and I think we all talked about that. It's a certain peak in every rapper's career where you don't want to hear certain things anymore. You want to see what they got different now. She went in on IG recently, and she said some real shit when she was talking about how they're taking away the likes and the reasoning and why they're taking away the likes. They're trying to control the money. They're trying to control. Yeah. She went on her live and said some real shit, and I had to applaud her for that, because we give criticism to Nicki Minaj a lot.